Hey, welcome back to the Steep. Hope you all are doing great. We're going to today take a look at Kittysploit. It's one of the AI pen testing tools that's kind of new on the scene, and it's getting a lot of attention right now in terms of updates. And we're going to try it out, get it installed, and see how it's cooking. So right now, I went ahead and launched into my VM. Normally, I like to show you the soup to nuts installation and startup, but in this case. I did want to get a head start since my internet connection is kind of slow this morning, as you can see from this update that's running in the background. So we're going to go ahead and finish with our app update and our app upgrade, and then we'll pick up the video right after that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it now just so you're not exposed to watching paint dry. But in any case, go ahead and make sure that your Kali systems are updated as well. We just want to make sure we have the latest packages and updates applied before we actually go out and get this Kittysploit. So in the meantime, actually, while this is cooking, let me go ahead and launch Firefox so you can see it. And we'll go ahead and go here to GitHub as well. And what you're going to do is type in Kittysploit. So, and it should be the first link that comes up. And in this case, it is SIA, excuse me, that's a mouthful, SIA-IO technology. Go ahead and click on that. And this is the code that we're going to want to download. And if you scroll down a little bit here, sorry for the nausea, I'm going pretty fast. If you click on the copy, that will actually be the curl command that we run. So in this case, it says we're ready to go over on the Kali side of the house. So we're going to go ahead and paste in that selection. So again, when you're ready, follow along. Ideally, we don't want to do anything from the internet without kind of confirming what it does. So please, by all means, this is actually going to launch right into the installer. So for those of you who are new, or for those of you just in general, best practices, don't blindly install stuff from the internet. Since this is a training machine, I'm not super worried about it, but again, you should be. So make sure you trust but verify, as they like to say. But long story short, in the interest of time for this video, we are going to go ahead and proceed. So as you can see here, and I'll minimize this now so it's less distracting. Whoop, I did the exact opposite. There we go. And now we can watch this kind of cook along. And as you can see, it's moving at a relatively decent pace. Lots of tools that it's going to install, lots of things that it's going to run for us. And again, not a lot of commentary here. We're just going to let paint dry on this, get it installed for us. One thing to mention, if you aren't taking a look at the GitHub right now, it does use a combination of Zig and Python for this actual installation. And as you can see here, it's going to put Kittysploit framework directory within whatever user account that you're running. All right, so in this case, we should be good to go. It has downloaded everything. So what was installed, it tells you right here, right? We've got a virtual environment, a Python requirements have been met, the Zig compiler has been installed, the start script has also been started, the uninstall script has been set up, and the environment setup and desktop entry have been completed. So at this point, if we want to, we can run start Kittysploit, and we should be good to go. Oh, helps if I don't typo. And in this case, it said it doesn't have that file. So this is what we always like to do, right? Trust but verify. So you're seeing this real time. So we want to take a look. So in this case, we're not actually in that directory structure. So we want to make sure that we do that. So let's go ahead and get into that CD, into that directory. And now at this juncture, that's the other thing, right? We can now run that start script. And if we just want to up arrow, hopefully that will work. Okay, and we get a little bit of output here. So let's take a look at that and see what it's asking us, right? This is terms of use. So in this case, it's intended for educational purposes and authorized penetration testing, of which we are, right? So from that standpoint, Other things to be considered: you require authorization, yes. So these are just caveats to routine penetration testing. So when we're ready, we'll go ahead and say, yes, we do accept this, and kick it off. And it's asking, hey, would we like the payload compiler installed? And we want to say yes to that. We most definitely would. So again, a little bit more to the installation. We thought we were good to go, but probably not. So again, let's go over here and take a look, right? And it's going to tell us, all right, here's our quick start. And then in this case, here's how we do assisted planning or frameworks. So, and we'll let that kind of continue. There should be a document guide out here as well that you can read up on. Let's see. I don't know if they put any documentation here or not. Yeah, it looks like they have a usage file, or for those of us who speak English, a use file. Sorry, I'm showing my bias. Anyhow, let's go ahead and minimize that, and let's continue on here. So you will need a strong password to protect your sensitive data. All right, so we'll go ahead and put in our strong password. Okay, and now we're into the actual Kittysploit framework itself. So brand new to us, assuming we could type in help. And in this case, we'll see a lot more data displayed here. And let me blow this out a little bit so it's probably a little bit easier to read. And we'll rerun that command. Hopefully we've got enough space now. All right, perfect. That's a little bit easier. So as you can see here, a lot of feature sets, a lot of command reference. So we'll probably pick it up in a second video, especially once I have a site that we can target so you can actually see the exploitation aspect of this. But if you want to get it installed and you're authorized to continue, please test this out, right? You always want to test your tools before you leverage them in a production environment. So long story short, that concludes this video. We'll plan to pick it up again with the actual Kittysploit in play. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.